Researchers in the UK are now looking into the potential use of ketamine to fight depression among those who are the most difficult to treat for the mental health problem. Now, ketamine, of course, is widely known as either a horse tranquilizer or a party drug, but apparently there are some potential medicinal benefits to ketamine other than serving as an anesthetic. So let me give you the details on that. Now, according to reports, there is enormous interest and excitement in the field about the potential therapeutic effects of ketamine for severe depression. While the drug has been around for decades as an anesthetic, the science of it as a treatment for severe depression has only really taken off in this century. And that's according to Michael Bloomfield, who's a clinical lecturer in psychology. I think it's interesting, like every so often these stories come out about certain drugs that have been vilified in the media, like psychoactive drugs like magic mushrooms, how that could potentially help people suffering from PTSD or depression. Marijuana, of course, has been mentioned as something that could help with PTSD. And then also, there was one other drug that I'm forgetting at the moment, MDMA, could be used to help people that have certain mental health problems. And so I like when researchers bypass all the vilification and want to do more research. I think this is interesting, especially because there is a certain population of people who have taken medication to fight depression and it hasn't worked. So they're thinking outside the box.
Yeah, a lot of the times it seems like they use it because it works so fast to curb suicidal thoughts. But yeah, it's great. It's so much of psychological medication in the psychological field is behind a lot of other medicines just because it was so taboo for so long and continues to be, especially when you add the term party drug to a discussion. Ketamine has come in and out of popularity in medical fields over time. There's, for years, this same kind of article has come up from time to time. But I don't know, if it works, use it. That's my takeaway.
Right, and so the important question here is, does it work? Is it scientifically proven to work? And that's what these researchers really want to look into. And it's difficult to do it because when a drug has been vilified, it's hard for the researchers to get the approval to do these studies. So Michael Bloomfield continues to say, we need more money so we can use the drug more widely in medical research, as we believe it has potential to be transformational in providing urgent care. And so I would like to see the funding of these types of studies, especially because you're studying them in a medical setting. It's important work. These are not people who are just looking for an excuse to take a party drug. And by the way, I don't understand how ketamine became a party drug. Like MDMA, I get it, right? Like, like it makes you feel real good.
Do immediately?
I'm glad you asked.
Okay,
because I spent some time on Reddit. I've never done it. I don't do that because I'm afraid of most things. But they said in small doses, it just allows you. The Reddit thread was amazing. It was like, I can't, and it was really long. And at the end, they said, I spent a lot of time on this procrastinating. It took me a half hour to write it. It's really heartfelt, but it does things like, in the music, you can start separating the different parts of the song more easily in your mind. You kind of feel like you're walking on air. And then if you take a larger dose, you really feel like you're walking on clouds. You lose track of where your body ends.
So you would describe this as like a euphoric feeling?
Yeah, and they said like they can focus so easily on one thing that they'll only realize like after 2 minutes of looking at leaves that the music was playing the whole time, like that kind of stuff. I don't know. I've never done it.
I mean, I think that we so often forget about mental health and devalue it and underfund it, and it is extremely important. It should be treated with exactly as much seriousness as physical ailments. And if this works, if it's possible, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and currently there are only 101 people who are able to access ketamine at a treatment center in the UK. So it's not widely available, but about 40% showed sustained improvement after taking it for their depression. So there has been some evidence to indicate that it does have medicinal value. And again, we're pro-science, we want more research. And if there is a drug out there that makes sense, then that's great. And so
you need a big sample size.
You do,
this needs
exactly.
Young Turks now has over 6 billion lifetime views. You know who did that? You did that. We're now larger than CNN, ABC, you name a news network online, we're larger than them. And you built all that as everyone scoffed and didn't believe. And here we are, guys, thanks to you. Build independent media together with us at tytnetwork.com/join.